Hello and welcome to the second day of our course on social media marketing. I hope you practiced the things I mentioned in the previous lecture. In today's lecture, we are going to talk about social media insights and how you can use it or how you can access it to make informed decisions and how to plan your strategy on social media marketing. So, the first thing is, where do you get the information from? You see, it is important for me to mention that things keep changing on Facebook and all other platforms. So what I have on this video is what is happening at present. Maybe in a few months things will be different and I'll release a new video for that. So as a social media marketer, it's your responsibility to stay current, try to keep yourself aware with the latest happening on these platforms and where you can find this information. Social media insights on Facebook, for instance. In this lecture, I'm going to show you how it is on Facebook, because once you grab it on one platform, every other platform is similar. You know what to do once you're familiar with one platform. That's the beauty of social media marketing. Everything is kind of similar. Things might be a bit different from where you might find them on one platform, but you'll eventually find them. So when it comes to Facebook, this is our symbolic text developers page. When you come to the page, you will see these options on the left side. So scroll down to where you see insights. Okay. I've made it in the diagram here, so just follow it on your screen. Once you click on insights, you will see this option here. Once you click on it, it gives you a drop down telling you that you can choose data for today, for yesterday, for the last 7 days, and for the last 28 days. In this image, for the sake of this presentation, I had selected 28 days ago data, so I selected 28 days. Okay, and once you do that, this is how it looks for a clearer understanding. This is what your screen would show. It gives you a breakdown of page views, page likes, the post reach, the story reach. This is something that is recommended, but I haven't enabled it yet. Post engagement, videos, page followers, how many people were added. So at a glance, you can look at what happened in the past 28 days on this page, and you can see that there were 12 views, which was 8% less than what happened a month before the past 28 days. There were 3 likes in all this time between 12 March to 8 April. You can actually see the post reach was about 70 people. That means 70 people saw whatever was posted on the page. Post engagement was 4. That means 4 people probably commented or shared or did whatever. There were 4 engagements on videos. And page followers were 3. That means that is what has been. There's a 0% change, so it has been stable. This has been less than before. This has been less than before. So that means that as a social media marketer, now my concern would be, why is this lesser? What happened? And maybe there were maybe there were less frequent posting. Maybe there was less engaging content, and then I have to evaluate more details. Now this is what it's telling me. When you scroll a bit lower down from this chart here, you would see a breakdown like this. You can always tell it to show more and show all the options, and you can see here that there is a key to how to read this data. You can see the reaches. Okay, these are organic reaches. That means people search for information and landed on your post naturally. There was this color is for paid posts or posts for post clicks. This is for reaches, for comments and things like that. Now I would look for what happened at a glance, and I would see that there were 11 reach, 12 reach, 9. This is all yellow, yellow, yellow. This had the most reach. This post probably, it even had engagement of 8. There were 8 clicks and probably comments as well, or post clicks. Yes, there was post clicks. There was 8 reach. So this color code kind of gives you an insight. This one had 3. Now as a social media marketer, my concern would be, what was this post, what was special about it, and why there was more engagement, and then try to do more of this as compared to other posts that were not engaging so much. So this is how to access information, how to use the most of it. Another important feature of the analytics on social media platforms, especially Facebook, is that you can actually see at what time do people engage with your posts. Okay, now this option is available in the page insights option. You can click here on post and it will give you a chart like this. It has broken it down to different hours of the day like this. And if you look at this graph, let me increase the size here. If you look at it more closely, this happened on Monday, Tuesday. These are days Okay, it's giving you as an overview of what happened, and this is for time slots. Okay, the number of traffic, and this is for time slots here. So you will see that we had traffic starting from 3 a.m. at night. If you look here, it's increasing. That means at some point before 3 a.m. traffic had already reached this level, and it kept on increasing until 9 a.m. in the morning, and it was at a higher level here between 10 maybe, and then it dropped until like 2100 hours. That's about 9 p.m. That is when it started taking a rise again. So that means that it is understandable that posting at 9 p.m. is a good time, or posting a bit earlier than 9 is a very good idea, because that's when people start getting engaged with a post. So for my next post, I should schedule it from this time onwards so that there is more engagement. This is how to analyze data and interpret it. So pay attention to the analytics there. The next thing in this lecture we are going to talk about is hashtags. There's a lot of like many people ask me, why do we use hashtags, what is the role of hashtags, how to use hashtags. So I felt it's important to include it in this lecture so that as a social media marketer you should understand how they work. You see, hashtags basically are a means of telling search engines that this content is related to a particular keyword. Okay, now we should use hashtags so that it makes it easy for people to discover that particular content when they search for something related to that keyword. So when you say, for example, hashtag ophthalmologist or hashtag fashion designer in a post, then wherever there is the use of that hashtag, Facebook will group the content and your content is more likely to show in searches related to that hashtag. I hope you understand how to use the hashtags now. So when you make social media posts, don't just throw in hashtags without making sure they are related to the post and the niche you are marketing. What I'm trying to say is, if you're promoting shoes, do not hashtag something like hashtag excitement, hashtag celebration. I mean, shoes, and it does not work like that. Shoes, it can be like, hashtag sports, hashtag racing, hashtag workout, things like that. So make sure you choose your hashtags sensibly. Make sure they are related to what you're trying to promote and what you're trying to connect to people with. I also mentioned in the previous lecture that I will share a social media planner with you, and this is how it looks. Let me show you on my screen here. This is how my social media planner looks. Okay, I usually mention the client's name here. I insert their logo so that it helps me keep track of which client is which, and I do not have the risk of mixing them up. The first thing, of course, is serial number, so that I can keep track of how many posts were done in that month. The date, so that I can know that this is the date it went live on or is scheduled to go live on. The image or a thumbnail of the video. Here will be text related to what I want to post. Okay, what will go with the image or video. This is where I mentioned the hashtags. I usually like to keep track of hashtags and keep changing them, make my content more relevant and better with time. This is where I mentioned the status, whether it has been published or not. So I have these options here. You can also use them. And this is a comment, I leave it because sometimes I share my sheet with the client so that the client can go over the plan and suggest changes or whatever he wants to do, and I can always keep track of what instructions were given. I will share this with you, so you can, if I don't, even if I forget, please feel free to ask me for it. Okay. Then another sheet I wanted to share with you is how to analyze the data. Okay, this is a sheet that I have designed. It has this kind of information, the positive and negative language, whether there was positive or negative language. I try to analyze each post. I take my time to study it and what was better than the other one. Was there an open question or a closed question? What was the length of the post? Hashtag that was used in the post? Were there emojis? These kind of things, they kind of give me a breakdown of what was better and what was not. And at the end of the day, I can make more of that kind of content. As you can see in this workbook, I have made sheets for different platforms and the requirements for each one will vary. So I hope this sheet would help you make informed decisions based on the data you collect as well. Okay. Now let's get back to the last bit of the lecture. After you have planned your social media marketing, there are a few things I still wanted to mention as tips. for you guys to keep in mind. When you are making social media posts, okay, make sure that it is something that connects with the customers directly. That means it should kind of speak to the customer. It should kind of highlight what the customer would be looking for, or what would catch his or her attention and want to make him or her buy your product or service, or at least ask you for more information. Use the advertising tools on social media marketing. Sometimes Facebook allows you to enable buttons like send message or something, visit website. Use those. Boost the post. Also, if you have a client or if you own a business yourself, make sure you have a website, and if you have the website, try to improve the website so that you get more traffic. Try to make posts that lead people to the website, because the main goal of social media marketing is to increase traffic on a website. Then not only brand awareness, although there are some people that do not have a website, they depend on Facebook completely, which is also okay. But if you have a website, make sure you try to improve your website traffic. Then make sure you focus on trying to make content that goes viral. By viral, it means something different that will catch people's attention, that will really make people want to talk about your brand or product in a good way, not in the wrong way. Do not go for bad marketing and make your content viral for the wrong reasons. That's bad. Use social media marketing with the purpose of creating brand awareness. Make sure that you try to develop customer loyalty. Try to understand the impact of the different platforms. Study each platform. How is it affecting the target customers? What is the feedback you're getting from the customers, if possible? Try to see which platform is engaging them more, where you can get more customers, and try to engage them more in conversations, comments. Talk to them. Always reply their comments. It's a good practice. I know that most people try to avoid commenting, but actually it's a good way to engage people. Then make the most out of the marketing insights, the insights we just spoke about. Try to make informed decisions and make your social media marketing plans and decisions using the data from the insights. So before you move on, I just wanted to mention these tips, and as always, feel free to get in touch with me. Feel free to share your questions and concerns. If there's anything you want me to still add to the lecture, feel free to let me know and we'll talk about it. Thank you very much for your time.